My girl likes to party. Oh. Hey, Tesla Killdozer coming in hot with a $7.02 super chat. Hey, Bob, I saw your live stream start time was 7:02 or 5:02 p.m. PST. I decided to make your super chat tonight. Here it is, 7:02. And wouldn't you know, it is 7:02 on the dot, starting right on time. All right. Of course, I am not prepared, because why would I be? All right, almost. So, just gotta get my chat out here. Hit the like, yes, psycho. I agree. Hey, Daryl Deemer, good to see you, buddy. Marvin Loach's Garden says audio, video, Gucci. All right, Gucci is good, I believe. So we are good. Tiffany as well. Matthew, Bob's and Island Boy. If you're gonna insult me, at least use proper grammar. Cactus Woo Man says I really want a gold nugget pleco, but they're like $55 around here. That's about the going rate in my area too. Actually a little more expensive. I did forget my link, didn't I? See, I've literally been sitting at my computer for the last 30 minutes doing nothing but listening to music when I should have been doing getting ready and preparing, but you know, that'll happen. Had to get jazzed up for the stream, so turned on some music and got distracted. But what link are we talking about? We're talking about Dan's Fish. Buy live fish here. Let's be real. This is how all live streams start around here. So this is actually just pretty normal. 3G, what's going on, buddy? Here's the link. Buy live fish here. If you have not bought fish from Dan's Fish, use that link. You will not be disappointed. I pin that. And I appreciate everyone who has used that link. And they were not disappointed either. Pretty rare fish, good quality, can't go wrong. Best shipping in the business. Dirty Old Farmhand will be lurking. Zach, what's going on? And everyone else, just a big hello to everyone. Dave, Audrey, Camantha, Regina, Freshwater Sea, Paul, 503 Aquatics, K-Stew. Just everyone. Zen Ginger, welcome. I appreciate y'all coming out and hanging out and talking fish for the next 2 hours. As always, just know that I generally do not give I guess, what am I trying to say here? Like veterinary advice. So if you got fish disease, fish problems, I will try to answer to them to the best of my knowledge. But remember, I'm not a veterinarian, and anything I will answer will be strictly just anecdotal from my own experience. What else? I want to start out with some good news. Some good news. So if you've got good news, I don't care how big or small. I don't even care if it's fish related. If you've got good news, put it in the chat. I want to hear about it. Here's some good news. My first order from Dan's Fish is on the way. Awesome. Hopefully you got some rainbow fish, because rainbow fish are awesome. And Mike is here. Mike, I was hoping you would show up just so I could wish you a very happy birthday, my friend. And you're giving me $5 on your birthday. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everyone should check out the Fish Tank Barn channel. If you're not subscribed, head on over there and hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. K-Stew says he's paid $150 for Golden Nugget Plecos. K-Stew, I said good news. We're looking for good news here. I'll start out. Our Get Outdoors crew, we are going camping this weekend. It is set in stone. We are going. So for everyone who follows us over on the Get Outdoors channel, hopefully we will have some content coming out. It'll be our first time going camping in like 7 months. Well, that might not be true. It'll be the first time we film going camping in 7 or 8 months. So look forward to that. Hopefully Zen Ginger drops the link, but I'm going to find the link right now. Normally I don't ask my mods to do anything, but anytime I go to get a link, she's always way ahead of me. And this will give you some time to throw in your good news, because I want to hear your good news. Oops, minimize, please. Dang it, see? She beat me again. I'm going to link it just because, so there you go. Let's see. Kimberly says, my first of 4 kids just got engaged. I hope that's good news. I'm just kidding. Congratulations. That is super awesome. What else do we got? Uh-oh. Why can't I scroll up through chat? Lily says, I just ordered, today I ordered 10 glow light Danios. That is indeed good news. It'll be better news when they actually get there. Fishing Barn says, it's my birthday today. There's some good news. I am old. You are 1 year wiser. Well, I guess 1 day wiser. KG Sicklet says, I just saved 15% on his car insurance. That is excellent. Brian says, I'm not a veterinarian, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Awesome. Xana Duty says, more good news. I have some very cool new rainbows coming from Dan tomorrow. I forgot to use your code, though, Bob. No worries. Honestly, don't really expect people to, come to my YouTube channel just to click on a link to go to a website that they could just type in much faster. I appreciate it, but realistically, I don't expect people to do that. But don't got any good news, but I also don't have any bad news, so I call it a win. We'll call that a win, Zach. No bad news is good news. Unholy Order says, Bob, I lost 10 pounds. Nice. I am starting that grind again tomorrow, actually. So that's going to be interesting. Time to get back in the gym grind. Good news, I reworked my shelves and bought a bunch of plants, and they look awesome, and I'm super happy with the amount I got. Jimmy and I went plant shopping last Friday and got a bunch of new plants, so that's some good news for me. Brian says, I had a baby 4 weeks ago. Well, technically, my wife did. Congratulations, buddy. Rach, good evening, Bob. Camping sounds like a good time. It is, and we're actually supposed to have some good weather. Knock on wood. Not too loud, so I don't wake the dogs, but hopefully it'll be nice and sunny. We get some nice shots. Not going anywhere crazy awesome, but it's a start. Getting back in the flow. A lot of my camping stuff got ruined, so I don't even know what I got left. So it's just a quick overnighter to kind of do a gear check and see what works and what doesn't. Zen Ginger lost 3 pounds. I lose 3 pounds every day, and then I get it back when I eat. I am forever starting a diet tomorrow. Me too. February 1st. Starting the grind. Kansas Hobby Aquarium says, for good news, I'm almost done hanging sheetrock in my house. That is the worst. I hate hanging sheetrock. It is, well, it's not the worst. Moving is the worst, but that's probably the second worst. My wife and I bought and are remodeling, and she is 6 months pregnant with twin boys, and I get a fish room in the new house. That's a lot of good news, Kansas hobbyist. I was just looking at houses in Kansas, and I cannot believe the deals over there. It's insane. But then I was looking kind of around the houses, and it's nothing but flat land for days, and I don't know if I could do that. That'd be rough. But the housing prices are amazing in Kansas. If you're even from Kansas, I don't know. Chattanooga Ed, what's going on, my friend? Hello from the Great White North. Winter is here. Yep. I lost 10 pounds, so that's good. Daryl Deemer, that is good. Get a Bob, squat some 40 breeders, and bench some 75-gallon tanks. Yes, I got lots of tank moving. Lots of tank cleaning up, as a lot of them were shattered. So that'll be fun. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of work in the fish room this week. A lot of moving tanks. I am going to have to get rid of some fish, unfortunately. But it's the only thing holding me up. The next step in the fish room is getting the 300-gallon in there. And I haven't done it because there's a wall of tanks where the 300-gallon is going. And I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off because I know, like, I'm going to have to get rid of fish, and I just don't want to. There's, like, no fish I want to get rid of, so it's going to be tough, but I got to do it. Alabama has cheap houses in mountains, and, you know, I was talking to someone, I don't remember who, about Alabama the other day, but I forgot to actually look up houses. And again, Lily says, don't forget to hit the like button. You know, generally, I'm pretty... I don't like, you know, a lot of people say smash the like button. You know, I'm not really like that, but I really would like you guys to smash it today. I hate saying that. I hate when other people say it, but I really want to get some likes. That's the only thing I'm asking for. Just a few likes. Well done, more than me. Nice. And then Shitter Grumble with $5 super chat says, please hit the like button. I agree. ABC Aquatic Biotope Creation says, I told my wife I wanted to make over the basement into a fish room, and she said she wanted another baby. Now she is due February 20th, and my fish room isn't finished yet. So is it like, are you guys racing? Like, what's going to happen first? The finished fish room or the baby? Is the baby going to be finished first, or is the fish room? It's a race. I'm in central Kansas, and yes, the house we bought is in the middle of nowhere, but 2-story house with full basement, several buildings, 5 acres for $50,000. That's crazy. Like, I could afford that with just YouTube income. Like, that's insane. Man. Go to Tennessee, Bob. Join the fish mafia. Yeah, but everyone's moving to Tennessee right now. Like, the house price in Tennessee is going up, which probably not the worst thing, but I don't know that I want to go that far. I mean, I'm not leaving Washington anyways, let's be real. All my family's here, but still. It's very tempting. It's very tempting. Some dude says, would you recommend chili rasboras with Pseudomygil gertrude in a 40 breeder? Yes. I would recommend almost any rasboras. Can we karate chop the like button? I want you to do some Jean-Claude Van damage on that like button. All right? That's what I'm talking about. Catherine Page, what's going on? Hey, I meant to message you today. I wanted to ask you if you... Well, I don't know if we should talk about that here, but I wanted to ask how your new fish tanks are doing. And do you have both of them? Oh, man. This name, Verily... I'm going to call you Verily. I'm not going to try the last part. I apologize. I can't do it. Good news. I got my first Bosemani pair. That is great news. Great news. Claus Aquatics says no need to panic. He's here. I was almost like putting out an APB. I was close to calling the police, but I'm glad you're here. Well, now I have more work to do as I need to finish the new baby room. Yeah. It's funny how that works. I got the raw end of that deal. And it's not going to stop for 18 years. You're going to be getting the raw deal. I'm sure there'll be lots of good times along the way. What am I saying here? Birmingham is stunning. Okay, I'm gonna look this up real quick. I don't want to distract too much or get distracted too much. I assume we're talking about Birmingham, Alabama. Just going on a limb and assuming that. All right. I'll look at that later. Not right now. Chattanooga Ed with the $5 super chat says, I'm like number 58. Thanks, buddy. If you guys are not subscribed to Chattanooga Ed, I would highly suggest heading over there. That guy, I feel like, is always live. Every time I open up YouTube, there's another live stream to watch. I think you were, I mean, like, what, like 3-4 hours ago you were live, too? Live every weekend, live 25 hours a day, I swear. Freshwater Sea says, I plan on no babies ever, so I get to have a lot of fish. I think a lot of people plan that, but it always, doesn't always work out. We have too many fish to move far away. Yeah, I mean, as tempting as, like, man, 5 acres, basement, 2-story house, 50,000, that's so tempting. But at the same time, it's like, I just moved all my fish tanks. I don't want to move them again. Ugh, man. How many dabs? No dab. We don't dab around here. The dabbing has been retired. It's been fired. I don't think it's ever coming back. We have a 15-month-old son now, so lots of work and very little time to do any of it. Wouldn't change a thing, though. That's good. That's good. Why would you want to leave Washington? Just curious. I hear it's a great state. It's very expensive to live here. I just paid like $4.40 for gas, which kind of sucks, per gallon. And lots of other things. It's a very, very expensive state. Houses in New Jersey are selling for 50 to 100K over asking price. That's what's happening here too. Howdy folks, peeps and stuff. Stephen P, what's going on? Yes, Birmingham, Alabama, rolling hills and very green. Yeah, but that's the thing, like, it's hills. Here we have mountains, you have hills. Like the hill to get to my house, my property, I should say, I don't have a house, is probably more elevation than the hills you got there. But that is still a far cry from Kansas, where it's just flat. Although right now in Kansas there is a retired nuclear bunker, like missile silo base for sale, and it's $380,000, and it's massive and it's huge. Oh man. I mean, $380,000 is a lot of money, but that is super awesome. Bob, how long did it take you to get good at growing plants? Because I'm kind of struggling with it. Jacob, it didn't take very long at all, but I've also been doing it one way or another for a very long time. So when I decided to get serious with growing plants, and I'm just assuming you mean aquarium plants, not all these plants behind me, because I'm not good at growing these ones. So aquarium plants. I as a kid, like, I always had, like, how many times did I just say like? I had lots of Amazon swords. That was probably the most common plant I ever saw in fish stores, and obviously super easy. And I just always had a couple plants, always had some plastic plants, some live plants. It was always just a mix of both. And so I'd already had like not a little bit, probably like years of experience with easy plants when I decided to get into high-tech plants. And that would be my advice, is start with the easy ones. Start with the Anubias, start with the Crypts. There's so much information out there. There's lots of plants that are easy for some people that are not easy for others. Like Jungle Val can go either way. A lot of people go to Java Fern as an easy beginner plant, but there's some people that just can't grow Java Fern for the life of them, right? So keep that in mind. Also, the big thing is knowing your water. And plants, you got to treat plants exactly like you do fish. So research where they come from, research what kind of water they like, because there's hard water plants, there's soft water plants, there's plants that like X amount of this fertilizer, and there's plants that don't like any of that fertilizer. So it definitely takes like a lot of research, but once you put the time into research, it's totally worth it. And then once you got, some time in there, some experience, then it just all becomes easy, like just overnight. Not like overnight, but it's like all of a sudden one day it just clicks and you're like, oh, I see this plant has a deficiency. I see why this plant's not doing well. I need to get more fish to poop in this tank over here for these plants. And yeah, so my advice is just to start with the easy plants. Stem plants are fairly easy as well. So some of the easier ones would be like Bacopa, some Lagwidias. But just research plants like you would research fish. That's my advice. Which is how I started. Like, I was over on the planetedtank.net forum, and I think that's the website. I haven't been there in forever, because forums are kind of dated now. But they used to have like plant profiles for every plant, so it really helps out to do the research. The bunkers in the same city I am. I know where several of them are. I'm right off I-70 if you need a road trip and a guide looking for houses. Man. I mean, you could just pay cash. $50,000 for a house, like, you could just pay cash. Like, no mortgage at all. That'd be amazing. Texas Fish Room, what's going on, buddy? I know we still need to do the giveaway. I know. I still, I'm dragging ass on that. ABC Aquatic Biotope says gas is 346. I wish. Java ferns are the devil's plant. Changed my mind. See, exactly. Some people can grow the crap out of that stuff, and some people can't. But if they do, it's one of those plants where you need the water because they like hard water. So I'm in soft water, so I have to adjust that. Lily says 440 USD per gallon. That's cute, Bob. It's 850 here per gallon in Sweden. That's cute. I know. I can't grow jungle val to save my life. Yep. And a lot of it is just trial and error. And once you get the plants that you know you can grow, just keep growing them, keep splitting them, propagating them, get them in all your tanks. It'll really help your confidence. If you have even if it's like one plant, your whole fish room is full. My whole fish room used to be guppy grass because that always grows really well for me. And I had guppy grass in every single tank, and it looked green and it looked lush. And even though it was all the same plant, it still looked cool. So, you got to do what you got to do. I cannot stop Kumbamba from going ham in all my tanks. I think that's illegal here. Just saw $4.99 per gallon. I'm surprised it's that cheap where you are, to be honest. I have a baby Australian arowana and was eating fine, but now he is getting fussy and will only sometimes eat. I give him what I give him other times. He puts in his mouth and spits it. Advice. So I'm definitely not an arowana person. Definitely not. If he's getting fussy, I mean, is there something wrong with just feeding him what he likes? I understand that's like encouraging bad behavior, but if he just doesn't like something, and it could just be, he used to eat it, but then you gave him something that he liked even better, and now he just wants that. I had the same problem. What did I have that was doing that? My Savannah monitor, not a fish, but still a Savannah monitor. I fed it shrimp once as a treat, and then it only wanted shrimp. Or maybe it was eggs. I think it was eggs, actually. And I literally had to starve it for like 3 months before it would eat something else. And it's a little nerve-wracking, but I don't know. Like, he wouldn't eat anything else, just shrimp. So if your arowana is eating at least multiple types of food, and maybe not just everything anymore, maybe that's a better scenario than what I got. But again, I maybe someone in the chat has some ideas. I'm not an arowana expert by any means. Most monster fish are going to be kind of out of my realm of expertise. Moonstone, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by and showing up. I appreciate it. Steve says, I can grow almost everything. Let's not talk about dwarf baby tears, though. Ugh. When I die, bury me among the jungle val. Oh, man. My Valsinaria Americana is growing out of control and not a complaint. It's pretty cool. Like, Chris, someone who comes here quite frequently, he's a subscriber member, sent me a bunch of jungle val that's like 8 feet long. It's crazy. So I have it planted on one side of my 125. It goes up and all the way across to the other side. It's insane. It's not growing. It's not spreading runners, but it's not dying. And this is what jungle val does for me. I don't know the exact type. All val I call jungle val. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. I just call it all jungle val. But yeah, it'll just sit there and sit there and sit there, and then finally, like a year later, it'll just boom, take off. Chris asked an interesting question. Can you have too much detritus in a heavily floating plant tank? Been going the natural route. So, yes and no. Generally, it won't do anything to your water parameters, as it's just pretty inert. It's been broken down. It's gone through the cycle. But it can harvest. It can be a place where lots of bacteria can start to harvest in there. If you have like 2 inches of mold, there's like no aeration. There's no water flow. It's just like sitting in the bottom. That can become a problem. But if you have like, one of my favorite things is Malaysian trumpet snails, because they'll just burrow through all of that. It's kind of like worms in your garden. They stir it all up. So if you have snails, they're going to stir it up a little bit, but it can become a problem. It's just, it's not just, I don't know. That's the best I got. It can become a problem. It's not always going to be a problem, but you can start getting some bacteria and some other stuff in the detritus. Man, jeez. I'm gonna take a drink of water. Steenfott Aquatics, I have a juvenile Oscar and a biker about the same size together in a 90-gallon. Will the Oscar's accelerated growth create an issue? It's certainly possible. Oscars are one of those fish are like just fine, and one day something just snaps, something clicks in their head, and they just kill whatever. If they think they can eat it, if they just don't like it anymore, they'll just kill it. So it is possible, but I mean, a lot of people have done it successfully. Katie Tropicals has Oscars with his bikers. Granted, his bikers are size appropriate, like way bigger than his Oscars. I think it looks like it anyway. It's at least longer. Sometimes I put Kambamba in my Severum tank to see how quickly it disappears. Severums, aka the Bermuda Triangle for plants. That's funny. $4 here in Oregon on average. Monster fish and Africans are probably the fish I know the least about. I don't have room for monster fish, and I don't have money for Africans. Yeah. So, well, African cichlids are really only expensive if you're buying them larger than juveniles. I mean, still, don't get me wrong. There's some out there that are like, $8-10 a fish. That's a little bit more than like your $3-4 tetra, sure. But if you buy them as juveniles, you can get them pretty cheap. And the nice thing about Africans is they grow super fast. They color up quickly. I really like Java Fern, but mine turned all brown when I put it in my tank, and I didn't think it adjusted well because my last one did fine. Yeah, that's a pretty common occurrence with Java Fern. It's really, it usually makes the list of like best beginner plants, but I don't think so. It's very finicky. It also depends on where you're buying it. A lot of plant sellers just buy wholesale and just flip them like the next day. It's like, hey, the shipment is here. Everything's for sale, and then the next day they sell it all and flip it all. Well, that's so much stress for a plant to go from like an exporter to an importer to a wholesale. It's a lot of it is grown out of water. There's a lot of acclimating that has to be done, and it's just in shock. So I'm not really a fan of like just the flipping. I don't think it's doing anyone any favors. But of course, then they make even more money because they're like, oh, you did something wrong. Here, buy some more. I have some zebra obliquinans I'll give you. No, Victorians don't count. I'm not a big... There's some really cool Victorian cichlids, but I would say it's like maybe like 5% of Victorian cichlids are awesome, where probably like 75% of Lake Tanganyikan cichlids are awesome. Wait, you getting a dog? I can't say because Bob will ban me. Wait, what? What? Good news, I'm getting a puppy. Been on the wait list for this breeder for 9 months. Is it a Chihuahua? It's probably a Chihuahua, isn't it? That's all right. Hey, all dogs are awesome, right? As long as you love it and it loves you back, what's the problem? Zebra obliquinans, man. Those guys are jerks, too. That's how they roll. Nocturnal gravel dwellers. Plus side of 5. Keep my fish gravel well churned. Keep my undergravel filter clear. Bob, do you play any video games? I used to be a pretty big gamer. Not so much anymore. I'll still play like StarCraft 2 every once in a while and PUBG every once in a while. But nothing like a couple years ago, I had my gaming channel, and we played every weekend. Nothing like that anymore. Thank you for answering my question. Is there anything that eats detritus or mulm? No. It's, if you think about it, mulm is basically, it's not dirt, but it's basically dirt. So, yeah. I mean, my dogs eat dirt. It's very annoying and frustrating, but can't put them in a fish tank. How did I know it was a Chihuahua? A long coat sable female. I don't know what that means, but they're definitely not my favorite. But that doesn't matter, right? You love it. That's all that matters. I have a toll escape, harvested it myself. So I had a bunch and made a cool escape in a 55, but one of my zebra loaches went deep in one of the branches. I had to break him to get it out, or let it ride. Marvin, it depends on how long it's been in there. Loaches, especially, did you say it was a zebra loach? Where is their comment? Yeah, zebra loaches, they love squeezing in the tight areas. It's what they do. So I would say if it's only been like a day or two, I probably wouldn't worry about it. But if you start getting to like day 3 or 4, then I'd probably bust it out. That's funny. I knew it was a Chihuahua. I knew it. It's 3 obliquitans to 20 lambs at the moment. My West African tank is one of my very faves. So many cool fish you just don't see often in the hobby. There's a lot of there's a lot of turmoil in West Africa, so getting fish out of there can be kind of hard. So a lot of the stuff that comes out of there is not very common, which is kind of cool. But yeah, there's lots of West African cichlids that I love, especially like the Nanochromis. Those are such beautiful little cichlids. She sounds adorable. Long coat Chihuahua sable female. All right, let me Google that. Let me take a look. German Shepherd? No, not German Shepherd. Chihuahua. Sable long coat. It's a scruffy looking nerf herder. This is definitely better than your standard Chihuahua, like looks wise. I'll give him that. My main issue is just small dogs. Like, I just don't do well with small dogs. So it's not that I hate them. It's not that I don't like them. But like today, I was outside wrestling with my dog. I can't do that with a Chihuahua. I'd break it. But my Mastiff, like, I can body slam him into a tree, and he just gets up and, bites me, and we just keep fighting. Like, that's what I like. I don't want to worry about stepping on my dog. It's not that I don't like him. It's just that it just wouldn't work for me. You got to know what works for you. I have an 85-pound Dutch Shepherd and a couple party color cockers. So this is my first toy breed. See, the fact that they call it a toy breed, like, that's just wrong. Like, look at this little toy. It's just a toy. I'm going to put it up on the shelf with all my other Legos and Star Wars action figures. Brian with the $5 super chat says, Hygrophila pintofinita. This is my favorite aquarium plant. Attaches itself to wood and spans across. Was easy to grow, not easy to find. Thanks. So, here's a perfect example. Hygrophila pintofinita is a plant I have never been able to grow, like ever. It is a very beautiful plant. If you don't know what it looks like, I highly recommend you Google it. It's very cool. You can get it orange, you can get it red, all different types of colors depending on, highlight, CO2, ferts, or, it could just be green. But it's such an awesome looking plant, and I've never been able to grow it, ever. I don't want a dog to have to worry about a hawk taking it. Yeah, I've got eagles nesting on my property, and yeah, they I could throw like a chicken bone out in the yard, and they'll come and swoop down and grab it. So I definitely could not do small dogs here. And a matter of fact, like 5 miles that way, I don't know if it was a hawk that it was an eagle, but this person's Chihuahua was like right at their feet, and it just came down and swooped it and like flew away. Like I couldn't deal with that. I'd be out shooting every bird I saw everywhere, just getting revenge. And it's the same thing when I go up in the mountains. I don't want a dog where I have to worry about like cougars or mountain lions. I want a dog that can kill a cougar or mountain lion. Protect me, dog. Are potted dwarf sag better left in the pot? I don't. Probably not. Probably not. If it's in rock wool, there's no nutrients in rock wool. Again, rock wool is inert, so you're not getting any benefit out of it at all. So I mean, you could definitely leave it in there. It'll spread. It'll grow. It'll send runners. So you could, but I don't know. I wouldn't. What's the best substrate for a planted tank, Paul? I think there's so many, like, that's strictly anecdotal. Like, that's just my favorite is Eco Complete. Would I call it the best? I don't know that I'd call it the best, but it's my favorite. It is expensive. I don't ever want to pay more than the price of Eco Complete. So what, $23 for a 20-pound bag? So we'll just call it $1 a pound for substrate. When you start getting into the aqua soils that are like $3-4 a pound, I never want to do that. Belgian Malinois I do love, but they're kind of on the smaller side. But they're I would definitely own one. I have no problems with them. Oh man, you got me talking about dogs. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, best substrate. So I don't know. So right now I'm doing an experiment with some plants in a 20 long, and the substrate is mix of, I think, fluval stratum, not very much, just a little because I hate that stuff. There's Eco Complete, there's sand, and then there's just regular old gravel, right? All of it is years old. It was in a 5-gallon bucket, so none of it's like brand new. And I've got all kinds of plants growing in it right now, and I'm not doing the experiment for the substrate. I'm doing it for the plants, and their plants are growing amazing. So do you really need to go out and spend that kind of money on ADA aqua soil? I don't know. I've never done a tank that was just full 100% ADA aqua soil, so I don't know. Maybe that is the best, and maybe it deserves that $4 to $5 a pound. But I just don't see it myself. A small dog to me is like 40 pounds, give or take. Yeah, like I got to be able to sleep next to my dog, and if I roll over and squish it, then that dog's too small. The dog's got to be big enough for me to stop me from rolling over on top of it. Belgian Malinois is my dream pump, but I think apartment is too small. Not only is it too small, you definitely need, that is a super active dog. Crazy active. It would tear apart your apartment. It would be so bored. Got a 4x8 sheet of greenhouse panel and started to make it lids for my 90 gallon, and I'm super excited. Awesome. I use the polycarbonate sheets, but kind of the same thing. Fluval stratum sucks. I agree. I didn't like it at all. I did not like it at all. It leached so much ammonia into my water. I was doing water changes for like 6-7 months before it finally kind of chilled out a little. We have a Chinese Shar Pei, hilarious cat, 60-pound guard dogs. Those are big cats. I would want. Well, we don't need to go down that road. Darren says, I'm here to hit the like button. Thank you, I appreciate it. Friendly reminder to hit the like button. Any tips for Monte Carlo? Lots of light and CO2. This is a very, for most people, a vast majority, 99% of people that are growing Monte Carlo are doing it with highlights. They're doing it with EI dosing, which is dry ferts, and they're doing it with CO2. The only time I've been able to keep Monte Carlo alive was with super high light, lots of ferts, and CO2. A brindle. I love brindle coats on dogs. I'm just a sucker for brindle. But anyways, Regina says, my Dutch Shepherd is basically a Malinois with stripes. He's a brindle. He's finally calmed down a little. He's 10 years old. My high-tech tank has CO2, good light, and black sand. This is polycarbonate, just not solid. Yeah, it has the little gap between it. I think I know. I've never seen it in a 4x8 sheet before, but I'm pretty sure it's the same thing I use. ABC Aquatic Biotope says, I use plain old organic topsoil and sand I get from Blackfill for construction sites. Works amazing. Yeah. I mean, dirted tanks are amazing. Great Danes makes excellent apartment dogs. Not a joke. That is 100% factual information. Matthew Vargas, get a couple Great Danes, crate train them, and they'll be amazing apartment dogs. They sleep like... The reason they say they're good apartment dogs is because they sleep, like 18 hours a day or something ridiculous. Like, even if you put them in a 10-acre field, they're still going to sleep like 18 hours a day. And they have like small bursts of energy. So, yeah, my mom used to have Great Danes. Very awesome dogs. I wouldn't mind having a Great Dane mixed with something equally as large. There's a big commitment and a lot of activity. I found out during research my girlfriend wants a Bengal, so we'll see, like a Bengal tiger, or obviously like a Bengal cat. Diddy's fish. What? There's like, what is that? I lost your comment. Diddy's Fin Den. Homework was rough tonight, but I did make it. Brian says, I give up on CO2, simple green, root tabs, and good soil light. Is there anything that will eat Hydra? Her 209, my rainbow fish eat Hydra like it's candy. Most fish will eat Hydra if the fish are large enough to actually eat it. Our lap dogs are corgis, one blue Marley and one res Marley. I'm sure I'm not saying that right. Stratum also breaks down way sooner than they say it will too. See, that I didn't have a problem with Stratum breaking down. There was a brand of aqua soil, I don't remember what it is now, that it started to like turn to mud after like 3 months. It was the worst. But I don't see that brand around anymore, so it doesn't matter anyways. But Stratum is horrible. I had to rescape 2 tanks with it. It just doesn't last. I'm selling Swampland in Florida and some Tricana Jewel Cichlid Fry. Any fools, or I mean takers? They do look like an amazing dog. What was the movie as a kid that really got me turned on to Great Danes? Was it Swiss Family Robinson? Is that the one where they get stranded on the island and they have like the 2 big Great Danes? And somehow there's like a Bengal tiger on the island, on this random island. And the Danes chase it off. Is that Swiss Family Robinson? Somebody will know. Hey, Alex, I used your Aquatics Arts promo code last week on some more Black Rams. Hope you and the wifey are well. Awesome. Promo codes are sweet. My brothers of Bengal cats used the toilet. True story. They never had a litter box. They were trained. I've walked in on one of them using it one day. Did they yell at you and tell you to get out? Bengals are cool for a cat. Yeah, Bengals are... There's lots of cool cats, for sure. I just personally would rather have a dog. Like, I would take a serval any day of the week. Curtis Schindler with the $1 super chat. Thank you, buddy. Ginger Grumbles with the $5 super chat says, please hit the like button. There is no please. Just do it. You're here. Do it. Yes, that's it, Bob. Gosh, that was such a... I don't think I've seen that movie for like 40 years. Now I kind of want to watch it. Although, I'd be afraid to watch it because I used to love that movie as a kid. And as an adult, I don't know that I would like it. Swiss Family Robinson with the Danes. Those dogs were huge. Huge. Thanks for thinking of me. I think he even said it exactly like that. I love the Disney movie The Ugly Dachshund. It made me giggle. I've never heard of that one. Bob is going to get that serval one day. I know it. You know, all I got to do is post like daily videos every day for like a year, and then I can afford a serval. Calm down, Steve. Steen hollering in the mic. Hollering. I don't know. Is the volume up really loud? Oh, it is up really loud, isn't it? You're the first person to say anything. Can't be that loud. It might be a little loud. Yeah, it's in the red. Alright, I'll turn it down a little bit. 154 likes. Awesome. I've stepped on my Doberman before. Yeah. Yeah, I've stepped on mine plenty of times. And he doesn't even care. See, when you step on a big dog, they just think it's playtime. Like, it doesn't even hurt them. And it's funny, like, my Doberman is such, like, a prima donna. Like, he doesn't like his paws being touched at all. And sometimes, like, my Mastiff will touch his paws. And my Doberman, like, legit will start attacking my Mastiff. And my Mastiff is like, oh, it's playtime. Like, doesn't even realize that the Doberman's fighting. Because it, like, my Mastiff is just so big. Like, he just thinks it's playtime. It doesn't even bother him. So funny. I'm gonna get a cat for my Basset. He already has his own fish tank. I keep floor level that he stares at consistently. Seems good here. Yeah, it was in the red on my little equalizer, so I should probably turn it down just a little. I couldn't decide between a cat and a dog, so I ended up with a Bengal. The thing that kills me with Bengal cats is people always let them escape. They don't let them. Like, obviously they're not like opening the door and letting them out. But I'm in like a lot of like lost dog and cat groups on Facebook, and it's always Bengal cats. Like, oh, I paid $5,000 for my cat and it escaped. All the time, like constantly. I have 3 dogs. 3 dogs. That's my max. I probably shouldn't even have 3. But I do. Sometimes you just can't say no. I'm going to get a cat for my... Oh, I heard that one. Oh, Rico Stan is here. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. I love The Ugly Dachshund. Is it an old Disney movie or a new one? If it's a new one, I'm not going to watch it. Because Disney puts out, like, just nothing but trash these days. But if it's old, maybe I'll check it out. I generally like dog movies. My dog is a giant baby and devastated every time he gets stepped on. My Mastiff just thinks it's go time. Right? Right? Huh? Uh-oh, now I did it. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey, come here. Oh, now you're not going to do it. Now you're not going to do it. Oh, yep. Come here. Oh, come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, yeah. Come on. Oh, big stretch. There you go. There, look. Look, you're famous. Look at that big head. You're on the internet now. Look at that big head. Oh. No? Look how big your head is compared to mine. Look, look. Look how big your head is. That's so big. Okay. Oh. What now? You want to come up? Uh-oh. Don't knock over my plants. Come here. Come on. Come on. No? Alright. You don't want to come up? Now you do? Come here. Come on. Oh. See, now look how small this guy is. Look at your small, skinny... Oh, hugs. Oh, hugs. This dog loves to give hugs, don't you? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Come here. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. See, loves giving hugs. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you with the microphone. Yes, Swiss Family Robinson. Where'd my chat go? Here we are. I like dogs. Me too. Me too. Milo and Otis. I haven't seen that one. Do you like big red dogs? I like big red Dobermans. So yes. Yes. Bob, my daughter has a Great Dane and Mastiff mix. She is Inu? Enormous. Okay, enormous. Yes, that would be a really cool. Well, I mean, a Great Dane with any breed of Mastiff would be awesome. Dobies are such love bugs. Yep. See, now he won't leave. I knew that was a mistake. It's okay, buddy. Hi, I love you too. Okay. People pleasers, the Dobermans are. This dog will stare. He will just sit here and stare at me for hours until I give it a command. Like, literally. Just death ray right into my soul until all I have to do is say, like, okay, go lay down, and then he'll go to his little bed and lay down and take a nap. But he won't do it on his own. He literally sits and just stares at me. It's kind of creepy. As an adult, I'd be terrible. So many awful things probably went down on set. You can never trust old movies featuring animals. I'm sure there was lots of bad things going on. You always hear about like westerns, like all the horses that died in the making of westerns and things like that. It's horrible. Any big dogs, Danes, Mastiffs. I had a friend with a Wolfhound. Wow, my next may be a Rottie. Yeah, Rottweilers, a really cool Mastiff. They're just another. Mastiffs in general are pretty sweet dogs. You start getting into like the Carney Corsos and things like that, and they might have some anger management issues with like a Carney Corso, but most of them nowadays are if you get it from a good breeder, you don't have any issues. I have a grooming shop. I love big dogs. After grooming all day, I just don't need another one of my own. Wait a minute. I'm pretty sure you're going to have to be grooming that Chihuahua a lot. Maybe I'm wrong. The Spaniards let Irish Wolfhounds and mountain dogs with metal tooth covers, muzzles run through Mexico City during the fall of the Aztecs. The average local was 4 foot 10 inches. A 4 foot dog, would be awesome. Almost 5 feet. Dogs in general are just getting smaller now. Smaller and smaller. Oh. Get him. Made a home safe. Survive the freeway. That's always good. What's on your musical playlist right now, Bob? Lots of stuff. I have a very wide range of music that I like. Before the stream, I was listening to Eddie Murphy, of all things. My girl likes to party all the time. So that's what I was listening to before the stream. Oh, a fish question. How can I keep my hang-on back filter from sending my floating plants into the water column? So you could put like on the outtake of most hang-on back filters, maybe not most, but some, you can put like sponge there to kind of slow down the flow, to kind of diffuse it as it comes out. You could also take like airline and connect it, like say like this is the hang on back and the water's coming out. If you take like airline and make it go like this around there, and so the water will rush into that and it'll kind of dam it off, kind of. If you have a really powerful hang on back, like an Aquaclear 70, that's not going to work. But any like 10-20 gallon hang on back filter, it'll usually slow the flow down pretty well. No Beastie Boys though. Well, yeah, he asked what music I like, and Beastie Boys is not music, so I used to train and raise Dobermans for years. My watchdog now is a white German named Luna. Yep, come springtime, me and the Dobie will be doing some serious training around here. It's just too wet right now. Like, I'm still underwater. One of the worst songs ever recorded. It's a song that's... Oh, you must be talking about the Beastie Boys. I agree. Love my schnauzer, no hair. I wouldn't mind a giant schnauzer one day. That's definitely on my list. Red community fish for 125-gallon Bosemani rainbow fish, clown loaches, and some smaller fish. Deb, how about some cherry barbs? You can never go wrong with cherry barbs. They're pretty robust. They can take a beating if, you know... If a Bosemani fish wants to go after a cherry barb, they can generally handle themselves. You know, they're not going to fight back, but they're big enough that they'll be able to get away like a full-grown adult. Or, you know, there's rainbow fish too, like the Millennium Reds. Millennium, that's what I just said. So maybe get some more rainbow fish. But I love cherry barbs. That's what, if I need a red fish, I'm getting cherry barbs. I see Bob listening to everything from Hank Williams Sr. all the way to Hank Williams Jr. I'm more prone to Senior than Junior, though. One of the worst songs. It's pretty bad. I went to message you, and the last one I have from you says I'm live streaming. Yeah, that's the last time you tried to message me. I was live streaming. Hey, Bob, do your French drain game is quite good these days? Wait, what? Bet your French drain game is quite good these days? Cherry barbs or Odessa barbs? I like cherry barbs better. Odessa barbs are good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. But it's like, if I was to list my favorite barbs in order, I think cherry barbs would be second. It's very close. Drape fin barb number 1, cherry barb like 1.5. Like, it's very close. It could be either one depending on the day of the week. Drape fin barb or cherry barbs. What's the name of the wireless mic you use to clip on your shirt? That's a very good question. It's not Rode. I'll have to go get it and message. I'll message it to you later. What's cracking, Steenfott? Fishy Biz Aquatics. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. We just bought peacock gudgeons to go with our cherry barbs. Yep. Telling you, cherry barbs. And the nice thing about cherry barbs, man, I just got an itchy nose. I feel like this, whatever this hair thing is right here, keeps touching my nose. I don't know. Anyways, the nice thing about cherry barbs, like, you could just go get those things at the dollar sale when they're 5 for $5 at Petco. It doesn't matter. You feed them well, treat them right, and that they just get cherry. They really super red. Go to Mexico, you'll see various sizes of Saco black. Wait, I don't know how to say that word. Black hairless dogs from Azteca times. Doberman Zoomies are, in fact, like no other. My grandparents' Adobe used to do 100 laps in 30 seconds whenever I came to stay the night. That's how my pit bull is. That dude is insane. That never-ending ball of energy. Drapefin, cherry, Jackson barb. Which is your favorite? Star Wars, then Star Trek. Started out the opposite. I love the original Star Wars trilogies. I love the 2009 Star Trek movie. I think that one's really, really good. Hi, Bob. Do you keep... Oh, look at that. I forgot to turn my phone off. What do you know? It's interesting because I never have it on in the first place. Okay, where was that comment? Oh, Life is Good says, hi Bob, do you keep your polyfloss in some kind of bag or something in your filters, or you just put it in there loose? I put it in there loose, but I don't buy like the bag of loose polyfill. I buy it in rolls, so you can I can cut it to size. So I don't. The loose polyfill is like the worst. I hate that stuff. I buy it in the rolls. I spooked my angel the other day, and he hit the lid so hard he literally died. I just got him a few months ago for $90. Oof. And I hate when people say oof, but I just said oof. That's rough. How many gingers? We have a lot of gingers involved in this channel. It's very weird. There's the other ginger. There's Ginger Grumble, Zen Ginger, Ginger Graves, and then there's another ginger that I can't remember. Just a lot of soulless people like my YouTube channel, I guess. I don't know. I don't get it. Speaking of gingers, Ginger Grumble says 166 likes. Last I looked, 209 viewers. Please hit the like button. I agree. Thank you. Hit the like. 169 likes, 203 concurrent viewers. Not too shabby. Thanks. Thank you, guys. Loose polyfill will tangle up your impellers. The only hang-on back filters I use, the impellers are in the tank before it hits the polyfill. My last car was named Ginger. I know, she was awesome. Dude, I'm curious how many people name their cars. I've never named any of my cars. One of my bucket list fish is some Odessa barbs from Greg Sage. We'll make it happen. Make it happen, Jackson. Lurking, but gotta get ready for the stream. After yours, Bob. Be easy. Be sleazy. When I heard Ginger, I just thought redheads. Well, I think that's why their name is Ginger. At least I assume. Maybe I shouldn't assume. I don't know. There you go. I'm not a ginger. I'm a ginger. My name is Mandy. I'm just a redhead. So you are a ginger. What? Anyways, we'll just slide on past this and go to the next topic. How about that? Love the rolls of filter floss. Get a big roll at Pet Mountain. It will last quite a while. I actually get them at Walmart of all places, because I know if I go there and I get the cheapest brand, there's not going to be any fire retardant chemicals in there or anything else, any anti-mold stuff. Because it's Walmart and it's cheap, and it's like $5 and it lasts like a year. My Dodge truck is named Sam. Tom says, I want mud skipper. Is that Tom from MySpace? He says, I want mud skippers so badly. So badly. They're fun. They're fun. They're a fun animal. ASMR Bob? No. I don't understand ASMR at all. I went on Twitch the other day just to see, I like to check out other streaming sites every once in a while. And there's this ASMR stuff, and it's so disgusting. I click on it, and so they have these microphones, and, there's ears on each side. So the microphone is shaped like an ear, and it's in stereo, so it's left and right. And there's people rubbing up against the ear while making a different crinkling sound on this ear, and they're doing this, and I'm like, this is the I was just blown away. I didn't even know what to do. I was like, this is the most awful worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It was gross. And then they're licking the ear in one side, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old, but that crap is not for me at all. Yes, loose poly is annoying. Non-scented nylon socks filled with poly and then stuffed in the hang-on back. So I did that in in my 240 gallon. I did that in the sump. I got some nylon and just stuffed it because I bought a bag of loose polyfill on accident. And I was like, well, crap. I don't want to take it back because I hate going. I hate going to Walmart. I definitely don't want to stand in line to return a $5 bag of polyfill. So I got some nylon and I stuffed it in there, and it worked. But I think just buying it in the roll works so much better. She's not ginger. She is a ginger. Get it? Got it. I don't get it. My car ginger is a gorgeous burnt. I love burnt orange. That's one of my favorite colors. That I need someone to come over and help me catch my Hillstream loach fry. Nope, you couldn't pay me enough to do that. ASMR makes me want to commit crimes. It's so. Hey man, if you like that stuff, more power to you. But to me, I wanted to like get a knife and cut my ears off. Hey, Ginger Graves, there. We were just talking about you. Zen folks headed home from work. Hello, Ginger Graves. Good to see you. Good to see you. And another Ginger arrives. It was like, see, you can summon them. You just say Ginger, and they'd all just summon in, all come around. Although the other Ginger, I haven't seen it around in a while. Super creepy stuff. It is. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, what happens then, Ginger? I lost 3 out of my 4 mud skippers. Had a heater malfunction. Honestly, that is why. Not why, but obviously we all suffer from MTS. But one of the selling points of having a fish room was never having to use a heater again. I'm using a heater now in one of my tanks, and that's it. You starting a Twitch channel, Bob? Actually, I have a Twitch channel, but no, I'm not doing anything with it. Twitch to me is like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get Twitch. Like, it's just, you go into like these channels and people are just spamming emojis nonstop. I can't even understand what they're trying to say. I don't know. Twitch is not for me. I'm too old for Twitch. I have a sparkly, bright green 2012 Jeep Liberty that's my everyday, but does it have a name? I like listening to storms. So that's completely different. Like listening to nature sounds like rain on a tin roof, creeks, or listening to fires. Like, that's completely different than what they're doing with these ASMR channels. It's kind of like that mukbang crap. Like, I never understood that either. Like, I didn't even know what mukbang was. I assumed it was some, like, shady part of the internet that young people probably shouldn't go. Just the word mukbang. And then I think Jimmy finally told me what it was. It's just like watching people eat food or listening to them eat food or something. I'm like, why would you do that? I don't, whatever. I don't get it. I'll tell you my favorite fish to catch. Any of my 4 kinds of pencil fish, they just swim into the net on accident and just sit there. You know what a great fish, in my experience, by far the easiest fish to catch are banjo catfish. Because they should be called like possum catfish. Because they freeze up. And you can literally just pick them up by hand. Just I have about 20 of them in a 125-gallon tank. And when I went to move it, I literally just picked them up by hand. They don't even move. And you can like hold them in your hand like this. They don't flop around. They don't do anything. So it's just like whoop, whoop. Putting them back in. Whoop, whoop. Super easy. It's crazy. My Jeep Liberty does have a name, but it's very inappropriate, and I have a sticker of it on my car. Well, Ginger Stir Fry Guy. Oh man, we got another Ginger here. Mukbang is disgusting. Like, I used to think the same thing about Sudoku, and when like people are talking about Sudoku, I'm just like, there's some weird stuff I don't want to know about. Mukbang, Sudoku. It sounds like the weird part of the internet, But then, I learned what Sudoku was. Wait, what? I miss watching you shoot people, Bob, on your old YouTube channel. Yeah, I've thought about doing it again, but I've got so much stuff to do before I could ever get back to that point. But it was super fun doing the gaming channel. Stir Fry Guy, name it the Green Lantern. Searching Google for mukbang. Agree, Ed. I especially miss watching him take people out by diving at them with a plane. That channel actually is the Get Outdoors channel now. So what was my gaming channel is now our outdoor channel, which we are. If you were late, I announced at the beginning of the stream. We are Jimmy, Corey, and I are going camping this weekend, so there will hopefully be some content on the Get Outdoors channel coming soon. So if you are a fan of that channel, resubscribe to it. If you're not, I had to change my name to have Ginger. I might as well do it for the meme. I don't ever see banjos. They just burrow in the sand. See, mine burrow, but they keep their heads out, and they always come out when I feed. Whether it's they come out for pellets, for flake. Obviously, they love frozen and live worms, but they still come out for your dry food. So, do fish get bored without other fish? I'm planning to get more, but for now, all my fish do is either surf the glass or float around looking for food. It seems kind of cramped in there, even though it's a 20-gallon. Fish can get depressed. Like Corydoras, if you have like one Corydora, it can get depressed. Or just about any schooling fish can get depressed. Whether that's bored, I'm sure they're bored as well. So yeah. I cannot catch any of my Cutopunctatus unless I pull out everything in the tank and lower the water and basically nothing. Alex, did the Great Sage ones die? I didn't understand the comment. Sorry. Glad you guys are reviving that channel. It was so good. Jimmy's recent videos have been so peaceful to watch as well. Just a bunch of cool guys. Yeah, we're gonna go right back where we started. So the very first camping video is where we're gonna go camping. Might not be the exact same spot, but it's up in the same area. Would a fish from Madagascar, Starry Night Cichlid, be better suited in a South American cichlid tank or the oddball Lake Tanganyika biotype? I probably wouldn't put it in a Lake Tanganyika biotype simply because Lake Tanganyika fish seem to be are generally smaller, which I think might cause a problem. Starry Night Cichlids can be kind of jerks. I've had one a long time ago that I got for $1 at the fish auction, and sure enough, it was a jerk. So I just took it into my local fish store and traded it in. But yeah, so I probably wouldn't go Lake Tanganyika just because the size of Tanganyikan fish tend to be smaller. I don't know what kind of tangs you have, but there's like multi, cyprichromis, generally smaller fish. Ginger, again with the $5 super chat, says, please hit the like button. How old is your Mastiff? That is a very great question. So he was found in a field. I'm trying to remember if he was microchipped. I believe he was microchipped, but no one was answering the phone. No, he wasn't microchipped. He wasn't. Otherwise, we'd know how old he is. Out of my 3 dogs, there was one that wasn't microchipped, and that was him. So they had his age when I adopted him, estimated as 3, and that was 2 years ago. But he's already graying around the whiskers. So he might be like 6 or 7. Which would make me sad because they don't, they're not the longest living dogs, but he's still super active. But the graying makes me think he's older than what they estimated his age as. But yeah, I have no way of knowing like definitively. Fortnite, I think. Fartnite. Live stream so nice. I liked it twice. Bob Vance of Vance Refrigeration. Thank you. A Starry Night should go alone. They are endangered. I think, don't quote me. They plucked out 2 Oscar eyeballs when feeding. Mine live alone now. They definitely can be jerks. I love watching you get outdoors. Can't wait for a new camping video. Me too. Would a fish from... Oh, I already got that one. 2 1-inch juveniles, then originals. Okay. Bob, Bob, are y'all just putting out videos, or do you think you'll be campfire? There's no internet, so we won't be streaming. It'll be a video. I wish we could stream, but yeah, there's no internet. You guys miss me? Of course. Chattanooga Ed, I genuinely do not know if you're trolling me right now, but if it is real, then I'm definitely going to check it out after this stream. What? I am missing that whole conversation, and I think I'm not missing anything at all. Oh, we only need 7 more likes for 200. 7 more likes, that's all. My Starry Night is my favorite. He's in a 150 with a Del Heasy, Fern, a Jaguar, and a Gold Severum. That sounds more appropriate. Hit up Lake Diablo or Ross. Jimmy and I went whitewater rafting past Diablo Mountain? Point Diablo? Something like that. If you had to run away from a bear, would you trip first, Corey or Jimmy? I don't think I would run from a bear. But if I had to, I don't think I'd have to trip anyone, because I don't think I'm the slowest one in that group. I could be, but I don't think I am. And Psycho, thanks for the Psycho question and the $20 super chat. Yeah, I don't think I'd have to trip them, but I honestly probably wouldn't run. The only bears we have around here are black bears, and unless they're, it's a mother, they're not that big. It's not that big of a deal. ADHD Aquatics says, I'm designing some new betta fish pants. Some betta pants. Betta. I think Bob deleted them. What are you talking about? Are you trying to say that I played Fortnite? If Ed is trying to convince anyone that I played Fortnite, he is definitely trolling. Definitely. When I liked to stream this morning, it said I was the first. I know. I actually scheduled this very early. Like, normally I schedule it at like maybe noon, 1 o'clock. I was early today. I almost did it last night, but then I fell asleep. But that's usually what happens at night. You fall asleep. I've kept Paul and I with guppies. I've had 4, and none of them bother smaller fish. They've killed similar size and bigger fish, though. Maybe it's one of those things like the fish are just too small to even mess, like, whatever. It's kind of generally the case. Like, if you put, what am I thinking? Maybe... I mean, like puffers, right? You put really small fish with puffers, like ambush puffers, and they generally won't go after them. I have turquoise rainbows, and I bought a new guinea tonight. I have 755. Will they school together? Most likely, Tina. Most likely. There could be an off chance that your new guinea is going to be a jerk. But out of those two, it's usually the turquoise that are jerks. But yeah. What was the game you played? Bob would wear really goofy outfits. I played PUBG. What's your favorite betta? Crown tail, like a black crown tail. Was it PUBG where they did the Fortnite dance? I don't know what the Fortnite dance. Oh, no, they never did that. I run faster with my shoes off. You can't outrun a bear. I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun you. Yep, but you can't outclimb a bear either. I think running would just trigger its, hey, it's prey. I'm gonna go eat it. Is there any escape builds coming up? Really enjoyed the Paludarium one, but didn't see one since. So there's gonna be an update video of that one coming out because the plants are growing like gangbusters and the guppies are getting insanely beautiful. Like the colors I'm getting from mixing all those guppies together, I'm gonna have some, like, the fry are just amazing. I can't wait for them to grow up, so I'm gonna do an update video on it. I'm going to start, hopefully, the 300-gallon build, which it won't be a paludarium, but there will be a lot involved. I plan on making like fake trees and all kinds of stuff. It's going to be insane. So yeah, there's definitely a lot more build videos coming up. I'm also going to be building a 36 by 18 by 18 paludarium. There's lots to do. I ordered a new camera that's going to be here tomorrow, so hopefully that'll kind of get the video vibes going again, make me a little more motivated to make some videos. And bears can swim. They're basically triathletes. I have a love-hate relationship with PUBG. Yeah, you just can't play it at night. Like, if you play it during the day, it's just fine. But if you play it at night, there's just too many cheaters. Ginger stir-fry guy. I'm tempted to get Madagascar rainbows for one of my rainbow fish tanks, even though they aren't true rainbows. But they're still super awesome. Super underrated, super awesome fish. I would love one day to have like a school of like 100, but they get pretty big, so it would take a pretty big tank. I thought PUBG was the same thing. Sorry, I'm old. I did not have good luck with Iranians. I got them the same time I got my turquoise. Still have all 5 turquoise. The 4 reds I got did not make it past the first heat wave last year. I think the problem with, and I noticed this when I was selling fish and buying from wholesalers, they're definitely way more fragile and they don't hold up to the shipping as well as other rainbows. Like, they always came in skinny, underfed. They by far the worst of any rainbows I ever ordered. So yeah, I don't know. They just don't. I never found a good source for them. Sorry if you guys are chatting me. I'm not answering. I'm drawing in Adobe Illustrator, making betta fish pants. Really, no one even plays it anymore. I thought PUBG was the same. Oh, well, it's free now, so it's got like an influx of people, but that's not a good thing. Where's this PUBG? Do they have a good happy hour? I wouldn't know. Would I keep angelfish in black water? If this is a theoretical question, the answer is no, because I'm not a huge angelfish fan in general, so I wouldn't keep angelfish. But if I liked angelfish, would I do it? Yes, but I'd be very choosy on which ones. Maybe like the Philippine blues, something that when the light hits them right, you're going to see the shine on them. So something that's going to stand out. Oh, maybe fun to watch. Don't make me start streaming PUBG again, because I will, and it is the worst. It is really bad. Howard, what videos do you recommend for building a tank? What is your opinion on building a tank? So, I don't know that I would ever build a large tank. I feel like I'd be too paranoid. I'd rather that responsibility be on someone else. But as far as like building like nano tanks, I wouldn't have anything under like 20 gallons. Like, I would have no problem. Like, silicone is super strong. It doesn't really matter how you build it. It's gonna hold up. So yeah, but anything large, like I would never build my own monster aquarium. Like, I would be so paranoid. So paranoid. Actually, Matthew, I bought a camcorder. So I'm trying something completely different. I don't know how it's going to work out. We'll see. But I'm hoping, being a camcorder, it should be way easier to use. I'm not swapping out lenses nonstop. Because honestly, I don't enjoy making videos simply when there's like lots of stuff to carry around and drag. I don't like carrying lenses. I don't like swapping out lenses. I don't like any of it. So I'm trying to. I bought a camcorder, and I'm gonna see how that does. We can run some duos. I play third person, and you can't do duos anymore. Hey. You don't even know what you're barking at, buddy. Bet you won't. Bet you won't. I bet I won't either. Well, I mean, my channel's gone, so like I don't even have a channel. It's the Get Outdoors channel right now. I can't stream games on that channel. Curtis, nobody used to tank breed them. The wild ones are very sensitive these days with all the tank raised varieties. It's much simpler. I agree. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I agree. Oh, Curtis, because he says, why do people say discus are hard to keep? Yep, I think that's kind of an old thing. Not so much anymore. Should have just bought the ZV-1. You mean this thing right here? This Sony ZV-1 right here. There's some things that there's a lot of good things about this camera, but there's a lot of things I don't like about this camera. I don't like the focus. Hey buddy, come on. There's only a few minutes left, and then I'll play with you all you want, okay? Okay. The zoom is really annoying, and the autofocus and just focus in general is really annoying. So, the idea is I'm going to try the camcorder, which has way better zoom. And this is all like just totally nitpicky stuff, because this is a really good camera. But when you zoom, the zoom is really slow. It loses focus when you zoom. At least mine does. And it makes a god-awful grinding noise. Like, why do they make the zoom make a noise? And yeah, you can edit it out, you know, but then you have to use the external mic and blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, now we're getting into peripherals. I don't want to carry around a bunch of crap. All right? I just want to point and shoot. That's it. So, I don't know. My very first real camera that I got for this channel was a camcorder. And it was so easy and simple. And that's why I'm trying it again. I'll try it again. We'll see. We'll see. I have no idea. Very calming. You can make a get indoors. That's actually pretty funny. Get indoors. Oh my gosh. I kind of want to do it. Get indoors. Maybe you could stream. Hey, come on. Come on. All right. You only gotta be quiet for 30 more minutes. That's all. All right. Any plans to go camping at the ocean? Yes. I always hit up the mountains here in Washington, but I have found some amazing spots on the coast. Yes. Probably not until we get into like multi-night trips, though. Bob's a simple man. Steak, eggs, and a camcorder. I am. So anyway, so the goal is, if I like this new camcorder, then I will sell this camera to pay for the camcorder. That's the idea. I'm late to the party. Yes, you are, my friend. Yes, you are. Lurking on my lunch break. Nice. She calls back when Bob is on, even when I tried to avoid that. What? Maybe you could stream PUBG on Jimmy's channel. Jimmy used to have a gaming channel. I don't know if he still does. I kind of want to see you streaming Warzone. It's a Call of Duty game with mostly took over Battle Royales last year. Maybe you can invite some other fish tubers to play. Would be a fun gaming night. I absolutely dominate Warzone so much so I quit playing it because it was too easy. I mean, I getting like 20, 30 kills a game. It was just too easy. No judgment here. I had insomnia for years. You do what you got to do. I watched a lot of anime in the wee hours. All right. Any tips on Epistogramma and Ingencia? So that's a pretty easy Episto. Are you having specific problems with it? I bred them. When I bred them, just really pretty neutral water parameters. Well, it was a little under 7 pH, but still 75 degrees, right around 7 pH. Just fed them a lot, kept the water clean, and they bred like crazy. I just bought the ZV-1 for my upcoming trip to the Cayman Islands, and there's Bob talking bad about it. Oh no, you're gonna love the camera. Don't get me wrong, it's a great camera. The things I'm nitpicky about are like, it's just me and how I use the camera. Trust me, it's an awesome camera. Like when I bought this camera, I was like, this is the sweetest thing ever. I hope you bought. Hi, buddy. Did you get the base for it? This thing here, it's a must-have. I'm telling you. If you don't have this little piece here, you should buy it because you can control it all right here, and it's also a little tripod and all that stuff. And I think it's like $100. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. What are some good small paludarium plants that are easy? So here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to plants out of the water. I really know nothing. And I know you see all these plants. I've been keeping plants in terrariums for a long time, but I've never really cared about plants, like terrestrial plants. So, and this goes back like ever since I started keeping reptiles. When I was like 14 or 15, I built a huge enclosure for my iguana. I think it was like 8 feet by maybe it wasn't that big, like 8 feet by 4 feet. And this is how I've always done like houseplants, terrestrial plants. When I was done, I went to Home Depot, and it was just like I just bought plants that the iguana wouldn't crush if he was crawling on them. And if they survived, they survived. If they died, then I would go back and try something else. There wasn't the internet back then, so you couldn't just look things up. And I just never cared about houseplants that much. Now I'm kind of nerding out on houseplants. So slowly learning. Yes, that $150 piece of plastic, I bought it. Trust me, it's worth it. It is 100. It's way better. Okay. So like holding a camera like this is awful. Like if you're like, hey, doing your thing. Even though this thing is only like 6 inches, it makes a world of difference. Uh-oh, I think I just stripped it. What the heck? Is that even possible? There it goes. So now if you're holding it like this and doing your little selfie crap, one, it looks way better. Like having this just a little bit higher than holding it in your hand. Like when you're editing it, it just looks way better. Two, it has all the controls. Zoom in, zoom out, record, take a photo. All of it is just right here. So you're not like pressing buttons while you're holding the camera. It's just super easy. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Sorry, late. Just got home from work. Danny Ken Aquatics. What's going on, buddy? So eat camera. So what camera are you using now? For the last 2 videos, I used the ZV-1. For live streaming, this is the Sony A6400 with some Sigma something lens that Jimmy told me to buy. I don't even know what it is. Like 16 by 55. I don't even know what that means. Something like that. I forget calls in the middle of the day when I'm working. It looks like we had a rainbow fish question, but I don't see it. And what are you going to the Cayman Islands for, anyways? You got you're hiding some money. What's going on over there? Avoiding some taxes? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing in the Caymans? I wasn't looking at the screen. I thought you were hitting a bong, not taking a drink out of the water bottle. Yeah, I've had so many people say that. Like, I was just listening to it while doing water changes, and I thought you were taking a bong hit. No. I pass on grass. I am pro legalizing it, but I do not do it myself. Liquid Zoo OnlyFans says I'd love 6 inches. Well, that's kind of personal, but good to know, I guess. I don't know. I love the plants in the background. Most of these I just bought, and I've been kind of rotating them out. So I'm trying. So here's the deal. Here's why I'm getting all these plants and learning about plants, because I'm trying to build. I don't know how successful or how much of a failure it's going to be. I'm going to attempt to build zoo quality displays. So like live plants, making my own fake trees, my own custom rock walls, things like this. It's something I've always wanted to do, and now I can actually do it. So I'm gonna try see if I can do it. Yes, I wish I could avoid taxes. It's a beautiful island and much needed vacay. I would 100% go to the Cayman Islands just to see what is going on there. What's going on over there? There's some shady stuff going on over there, but it's also in the tropics, so obviously a good place to vacation as well. I should get a bong-shaped water bottle to troll. Kenny E, how's Danny? I keep missing Sunday nights. I still need to get that bag from you. I still need to come over there so we can go to Eastern Oregon and fill up the bed of your truck with manzanita wood. Or if you could just go do that and ship it to me, that would be even better. Is that asking too much? I feel like that's asking a lot. Ginger Grave says, woohoo, I'm home. We made it to 210 likes. We got over 200. That's really good. It's been a long time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey. 20 more minutes. That's it. Just 20 more minutes. You guys can make as much noise as you want. All right? Hey, come on. Don't do that. You weirdo. I lost one of the angels today that I got from Dan's Fish. I don't get it. Water is perfect. I've had them for over a month. No signs of illness or anything. You could have had a heart attack. I mean, there's so many things. It's really the worst when fish die and you don't know why. But it's just something that happens, unfortunately. I wish I had some words of wisdom for you, but Kragers. Kragers. Good day, everyone. Hot and sunny in Melbourne, Australia. Send some of that sun over here, please. Normally, I do not care about the rain or the clouds or Washington weather. But for some reason this year, it's really bothering me, and I just want it to be sunny again. I don't know why. Probably because my home was underwater. I'm over it. I feel insulted. You said I was simply saying that would be nice. I don't know. It might be more than or less than 6 inches. I don't know. If I had to guess, maybe 7 inches. I don't know. ADHD. We shall plan a trip sometime when it's warmer, Bob. All right. We can plan it. If you ever find my Mustang for me so I can come down and buy it, we can do it then. Steenfott Aquatics, one of my rainbow fish is not growing. I notice he's not actually eating either. He just zooms around when the others eat. Any ideas? What kind? Not that it really matters in this scenario, but I am just kind of curious, what kind of rainbow fish is it? Eastern Oregon is cool. I drove the fam through the wilderness land there and right through a massive flock of praying mantises. Never seen so many huge insects splattered on my car's grill. I've been to Eastern Oregon maybe 15 times ish. It's nice over there for sure. I know it's an expensive setup, but everyone, I swear, if you're into puffers, a group of spotted Congo puffers is amazing. These 5, you got 5 of them? I thought you only got 4. I think you had one before you got the 4, right? These 5 little guys are the best and have me sitting in front of the tank every day. When I went to Dean's house, I spent a lot of time in front of his spotted Congo puffer tank. Millennium. So this is exactly what I was talking about them before. Now, let's see. Lisa. Where's your comment? Not growing. Notice he's actually not eating either. So this is one of the species that I had problems with when I was selling rainbow fish. It's just I don't know if it was like wasting disease, some sort of parasite. But yours is just one. For me, I swear it was at least half of them would just get skinny. They would come in skinny and they would stay skinny and they would just die off. And it was just that one species too. They're really annoying. If you can isolate them, get them in a quarantine tank, I would probably do that. And I would try like frozen or live foods and see if that can entice them to eat. And then possibly treat for like internal parasites. I'll drag you over to Michigan. We got some cool places to camp and kayak. Yeah, I mean, I hope. I'm going to be putting a lot of work into the channel, which is why I'm buying a new camera and everything. And the goal is to be able to use that money to travel more. So yeah, that's the goal. I've got these goals written down for once, and hopefully follow through. We'll see. My shrimp tank has so many shrimp. 4 orange shrimp are buried, and now a dark red cherry is buried. I have like 100 now. I'm so happy. It's about time to start selling them. Make a lot of money breeding shrimp. Well, not a lot, but enough. Kirschenler Northeast. Again, I'm jealous. In Minnesota, I want to get out of this snow machine. Sounds like your experience with CPDs. ADHD Aquatics says my rainbow fish didn't eat at first either. They only ate baby brine shrimp. Hopefully, it's not that hard to grow brine shrimp, but hopefully you can just get them to eat with some frozen food. Also, Scheller said putting a bristlenose in there with them comforts them. If they're the only rainbows in the tank, I noticed an improvement right away. Yeah, any type of dither fish, like any other fish in the tank. If you have fish that are skittish, get other fish in there. It'll night and day difference. No, like even if it's a bristlenose that hides in a cave all day, like they can still see it and they still feel more secure if other fish. I mean, think about it. Like if you got plopped down on some island and you didn't see anyone else, or you think it's gonna be safe there, like I don't know, something might be going on. Might be a little stressful. Drive through Louisiana, you have to pull over to clean the windshield. You would think Australia rainbows would be popular here in Australia, but they are really hard to find. I heard they're really expensive there too. Gonna head to the islands? Never. No. Like I said, it's never gonna work, Joel. Like I can't understand the lyrics, so it's never gonna get stuck in my head. It's basically impossible. Love those little scramps. I love scramps too. Trying to find the babies is a good game. They are so tiny. So tiny. I have, in my 125, I'm starting to get a lot of red crystal shrimp. So they're breeding like gangbusters in there. Good day, Greg. Not Greg, Craig. Craig. Case 2 says, would Mexican dwarf crayfish be easy to breed? That is the rumor. I feel like they would. I've kept a few, but I wonder what would happen with 25 or 40, or with 25 or so in a 40 breeder. Thunderdome. So, from my research, they're supposed to be just as easy to breed as cherry shrimp. Is that true? I don't know, because I'm not allowed to keep them. Hopefully someday I'll be able to keep them, but as of now, they're illegal in Washington State. Zeta Doo-Doo. Oh, Matthew Vargas says they're similar. They're smaller puffers. They only get 45 inches. They're only about an inch right now, but I'll be getting 75 for them as soon as they're soon. They're only in a 40 now. I made it. I fell asleep by accident. Better late than never. You got 15 minutes to go. I just realized I've been in top chat this whole time. I apologize if I've missed y'all's comments, because I've been in top chat, which means I have missed some of your comments. Same with us in the U.S. Most folks don't want to go to the river or creek and scoop out local fish. We have some gorgeous natives. We have some really cool shiners for sure. Lots of cool darters. Not a big fan of like the bigger native fish, but yeah, lots of cool darters and shiners. Just joined. The longest 10 minutes ever to ask a question. Just hatched 2 Cory cats weeks ago and just found more eggs. Would you add them to the baby tank? Yeah. Yep. Watch and welcome. You do have to be a subscriber to comment. It just helps keep the spam down, the trolls at bay. So yeah, you do have to be a subscriber for a whopping 10 minutes before you can chat in a live stream. What would be some signs in parasites in a young angelfish? I just lost one this morning. Stopped eating 2 days ago. Lethargic, no flashing, no sores. Usually like sunken belly. If they're starting to get like a sunken belly, then that's could be a sign. Is it me or did you get more plants? Yes, I got more plants. I went to the plant store 4 times this month. 4 times. Bob, what the heck happened to third? We don't talk about that. We do not talk about that. Let's just move on. Move on. Watch out, the crawdad dies. Crawl out of tanks. I lost one recently. Rip. Yeah, if you have crayfish, don't make it easy for them to walk out on top or walk out of your tank with a piece of driftwood or something, right? If you don't have a top, don't put stuff towards the top. All crayfish, crawdads, inverts in general love to crawl out of water. I have cherry shrimp that I've seen crawl on top of my floating plants. I don't know what it is, but they do. Is it me? I want to Aqua Garden Zen. I want to sing that question to Lionel Richie. Is it me, or did you get more plans? I don't know. It just reminds. Now I got that stuck in my head. I don't understand why YouTube doesn't get rid of Top Chat. I don't understand Top Chat. I don't even understand what the point is. Like, it makes no sense to me. I mean, absolutely zero. Like, why would I not want to see people's comments? Like, that is the whole point of live streaming. Your mic is slightly hot when you get excited. I knew it. I told you. I'm very excitable tonight. I don't know why. Probably because I actually got some sleep last night, so I got a little more energy than normal. It happens. Can't take me anywhere. There are plants. I see a plant. I want it. I must have it. Yeah, I am very much overrun in tropical plants right now. Like, I think every single one of my fish tanks has plants on top of it. Like, I've got nowhere else to put them. I'm starting to put them on fish tanks. It's insane. But after today, I probably won't be getting any more because there was a crazy sale, like 40% off plants all month long at the big nursery here. So it was hard to avoid and made it very easy to overdo it. I'm up to over 23 Corys, having mostly albinos, 2 of them mixed. 2 grew out on their own, just showed up. Over 60 albinos. Wish I could get any older. Oh, in the other kinds. A good one. Be careful. You might, yeah. I mean, I sound so much like him that I would probably, if I started singing Lionel Richie, I would definitely get copyrighted. Because I have that same smooth, silky voice that Lionel Richie has, so... Yeah, I should probably not sing. Jamie McDonald, a $5 super chat. The director Jamie McDonald, the director of Steenfott Aquatics, says, excited that you're excitable. Excited that you're excitable. Curtis says also, how does YouTube decide if your comment is good enough for Top Chat? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Have you ever seen a Paratilapia pollini? It's a bucket list cichlid for meh, hard to find for meh. Yes, I owned one at one time. So I have seen one. Not a bucket list fish for me. I think they look really cool though, but they're just a bit too aggressive for my taste in fish. Oh, Kevin says I ended up with ick in my 75-gallon dosing with ICX. How long would you medicate for? It's been 3 days. It seems a bit better, but still white spots. I would dose exactly like it says on the bottle, to the T, exactly like it says, and I would also raise the temperature. I think ICX wants you to dose. It's been a while since I've used ICX, but I think it wants you to dose and then do it again and like do a water change after 48 hours. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've used ICX, but I would absolutely do exactly what it says on the bottle. A lot of people tend to use less than what it says on the bottle, which is kind of pointless. Use whatever amount, like like a cap full for 10 gallons or something like that. UPSer living the dream. Oh, and thank you, Jamie, for the $5 super chat. UPSer Katie with the $10 super chat says, my Cerbis laid eggs last week. Now I have 5 little fry. They're in my nifty breeder box that hangs off my main tank, so when I can throw them in my community tank. Xanadudu with the $5 super chat says, can't wait to see your Bob Zootopia tank builds in the new fish room. When does that happen? Construction starts this week. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's either it's going to make for some really cool videos, or there's going to be no content on my channel because it all went horribly wrong and there's nothing to show. So it'll be interesting. But confidence is high. I've been watching so many videos. Not even like fish or reptile build videos. I've been watching like movie set building videos. So if you want like lots of good tips, go to like people's channels that build like movie sets. That's where you get like the real insider info. So I don't know. Confidence is high, but we'll see. I'm historically not the most creative person in the world. I'm a terrible painter. Anything that involves creativity, I'm usually really bad at. So we'll see. I guess just because there's a question mark at the end of a sentence doesn't necessarily mean it's a question. So when can I throw them in my community tank? As soon as they're not large enough to fit in the mouths of your other fish. So corridors in general are pretty hard for fish to swallow. So don't do it by the size of your fish that are in their's mouth to the size of the corridoras. Because the fish that's going to eat a corridora doesn't know that corridoras are hard to swallow. So I would wait till like that stir-by is probably... I mean... You have a community tank, so probably, I don't know, like a ½ inch, maybe even a little sooner, until it's like twice the size of the largest fish's mouth, if that makes sense. Because what happens is a fish will see a little cory fry and be like, oh, that's food, not realizing that it has like spears sticking out of it to stop it from being swallowed. They'll still try. And thank you, Katie, for the super chat. Thank you, Xanazudu. I appreciate it. You might have faith in my abilities, but I am like the least creative person in the world. Oof. Lisa says I ordered some of my bucket list fish with Alex's code Epistogramma Panduro. Those are pretty awesome fish. Got the last one, hoping for a female. Marysville Aquatics says use ICX exactly what it tells you on the bottle. Raise the temperature around 87. Turn off the lights for a week. I've had really good luck. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what it's called now. I'm like completely drawing a blank. Don't worry, I'm gonna look it up. It's C-Chem Paragard. I've had really good luck with Paragard and using Paragard with ick. And the thing I like about Paragard And it's like a really mild medication. It's really hard to overdose Paragard. Tamara says I put my quarries in around 2 months. 2 months. My water I clean is the best for watering plants. My water I clean is the best for watering plants. My Greek hubby has his plants. I've been in what? Been in an aquarium for 45 years. Started with a goldfish. I am so lost on your comment. I apologize. Yeah, I'm so lost. I apologize. My survey were pretty fast and pretty good hiders. They went in our 130 with Acara and Discus when they were probably only 1/3 grown. 1/3. Bringing out the ASCII code for 1/3. I like it. There are truths that you speak. My bumblebee cat ate my pygmy quarry. Both died. See, fish don't know. At least with like some animals, like the super bright colors means that I'm poisonous. Don't eat me. I feel like Corydoras should adopt that strategy, and I mean plecos too. They all have the spears that prevent them from being swallowed. Like, but there's no warning. Like a bird knows not to eat a poisoned dart frog because look at the colors. Like obviously it's poisonous, right? Fish, I don't know. Fish don't figure it out. Fish regrets. Mine are Burchardi. Yes. I've never kept Burchardi because I know I would regret it. I apologize that you had to learn the hard way, but yep. What else we got going on here? There are truths that you speak. Yep. I swear in Northfield a year ago. Regretted not buying. Pretty excited. Oh, saw them in Northfield. McKendy Overhauls is here. Welcome. Good to see you in the live stream. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to drop $100 super chat on your way out, Candy, for all the streams you've missed. You owe back taxes, so don't forget on your way out. Shaman McDonald says 39 months of membership, the best 39 months of my life. Somehow, I just don't believe you, but thank you. I appreciate it. Sorry, I just meant the water from the bucket I removed. Okay, yeah. So you're just... That's what I thought, but I didn't want to assume anything. So the water you take out of your fish tanks. Yep. I try to water my houseplants with fish tank water as much as I can. Nothing but a sponge filter, 3 Epistos, 20 Ember Tetras, and a 40-gallon. I had all the fish together and only lost the fork tail. Oh... Wait. Did you have a problem with fricatas? I'm going to tell you right now, Pseudomagil fricatas are insanely beautiful fish, but man, are they the most... I don't know. They're just wimps. They're absolute wimps. They die so easily. I don't know, man. There's something about the Pseudomagil fricatas. They're just really sensitive. Bob, don't make her bust out an invoice for all the back pay from modding you owe her. That was paid in full. All right. Paid in full. She'll tell you. I sent her $1 on PayPal once a long time ago and said thanks for modding. So she was paid. She'll tell you. I sent her $1 via PayPal. Just say hi, everyone. There are 200 people here. Just say hi, everyone. Hi at Bob Vance Refrigeration. How are you? That's funny. Hi, Candy. Hi, Chattanooga Ed. Oh wait, it's Candy. So I go, hi, Chattanooga Ed. That's how Candy talks. If you ever met Candy in real life, you know she talks like this. Hi. See? Hi, Chattanooga Ed. It's like my candy impersonation is spot on, 100%. Missing Washington. What's your quality of life like, Bob Vance? Would you say it's better or worse where you're at right now? I'm curious. Where's your? It must have got lost in the mail. That's all I can think about. I think it was lost in the mail. That darn USPS service. You'll have to file a claim with USPS. Shibuya roll call. That is the worst voice ever. The unsightly floating mass of plants makes the best quarantine in my experience. I 100% agree. I have a 40-gallon breeder that has a mix of probably a half a dozen plants just floating around. And they grow all crazy outwards and upwards and inwards. It's insane. Jess, hey, what's going on? I saw you earlier, but I forgot to say hi. I apologize. What's going on, Bob? I hope everyone is having a good evening. Xanadu says, member for 14 months. I find all the pseudomugills hard to keep. Celebs, fricatas, celebs. Signifers are my favorite, and I want more. Signifers are really nice. Celebes definitely are another really sensitive pseudomugill. But the Gertrude, I've never had issues with Gertrude. The Luminatus, I've never had problems with. The fricatas, man. Every time I've tried fricatas, I don't know what it is, but just doesn't work out well. Much better. The move is mostly to get the kids out of the ghetto. It's all about them right now. Well, that's good. Hey, you may be missing Washington, but at least quality of life is better. That voice sounds like a high-pitched Goofy. Russell Wilson traded for Andy freaking Dalton? No, that you gotta be trolling. You gotta be trolling. Seahawks won't be trading Russell Wilson unless absolutely forced to. Eagles rumors, Russell Wilson's affordable price tag revealed. Yeah, that's not true. I don't see anything that says that. He'd be a fool to go to Philadelphia, though. An absolute fool. Bob, you know you can't say ghetto on YouTube. I know I got yelled at so bad last time I said ghetto. I'm telling you. Hey, Bob, can I get a trimming of your True by Moonlight? Is that this one right here? I don't even know the names of these ones. I sent a picture of this one to Jimmy the other day, and I think he said it was that. I think. I don't know. My pseudomugil fricatas I breed survived an accidental fish in cycle. Sensitive? Question mark. Yes, very sensitive. Very. All pseudomugil fricatas are descended from only a handful of fish roughly 40 years ago. I'd imagine just like with their dorsal fin shape, this affects their genetic strength. It's very possible. Very possible. He doesn't know what that is. It's true. It's true. I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Only because I just asked Jimmy. I was telling Jimmy I have this plant that I never water. It gets no light up there. Like, these shelves have lights. There's no light up there. But this thing just grows and grows and grows. Yeah, my Luminatus are solid, but I got them from Dan's Fish. So, but I have not had a Gertrude, but I have 6 Melantania Cali Tawas. They should be fine that long. Oh, here we go. Spinning round. My nano pump died within the past 2 hours. It's a 10-gallon, and I only have 7 rice fish in the tank. Do you think it's fine for them to not have a pump for the next 12 hours? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to remember, fish, like when you're shipping fish, they stay in bags for days with no air, no filtration, or like no air stones or anything. I mean, obviously, if there's air in there, they would be dead. But, yeah, they should be just fine. If you had a 55-gallon tank, would you do 100% community fish, spins, community fish? Kevin's Canines and Aquatics. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Good night, Eric. Oh, Eric Wyrock. Have a good night. I guess it is that time. It is that time. Let's see. Is my list up right now? Probably not. And congrats to whoever said that Russell was traded for Andy Dalton. You trolled me. You got me. I don't even care about football, but even I had to look that one up. I'm super excited about my Cali Tiwa coming this week from Dan's Fish. Click on the link, people. Dan's Fish. Right there. You will not be disappointed. And he won't be undersold. Anyone remember that? What was that place? I won't be undersold. Was that like a mattress place or a furniture store? It's a boomerang. A boomerang. What does it do? It comes back to you. No air plants I see. I believe I paid into your air plants fund a month or so ago. I don't think I ever said I was getting air plants because I kill air plants. So, yeah. I'm definitely not getting air plants. I did put a hole in my wall, though. You see, right there? Right there. Right. Oh. This is hard backwards. Right there. There's a hole in my wall. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. What was I waiting? I was waiting for something here. I'm super excited for my flower horn coming this week. We named him Frank already. Mattress, the pillow place. No. Oh yeah, I won't be undersold. Somebody's gotta know where that was. I feel like it was a Jack Roberts Appliances. Thank you, Zen Ginger. Won't be undersold. Google says Jack Roberts. Oh, you didn't know you had to Google it. Well, thank you, because that would have bugged me all night, or at least until I Googled it. Won't be undersold. All right, folks. Thanks, everyone, for coming out. I really appreciate it. I honestly really do love hanging out and talking fish and other random crap with y'all, internet friends. And hopefully I'll see you all again here. Frank the Flower Horn. I feel like someone else named their flower horn Frank, but I don't know. Air plant killer here, too. Yeah, I tried air plants. Actually, I even put them in a video, and I killed them. Webster's Dictionary defines wedding as the fusing of two metals. Jack Roberts Appliances. I won't be undersold. Do you like spider plants or Wandering Jew? Whoa. I'm very offended. I've been told by many plant communities that you're not allowed to call him Wandering Jew anymore. So, easy there, buddy. Easy. That's supposed to be offensive now. All right? Now, you're supposed to call them Wandering Hebrew. All right? There you go. All right, let's not get carried away here, all right? Let's not get King of DIY named his Frank the Tank. All right, things are just